Oh my goodness. Thank you, everyone. So exciting to be on here again at the Could Be You TV show. It's the second show, and I'm so excited that everyone's tuning in. Um, Hi, Chrissy. How are you
Hi.
feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Oh
I
my,
always feel good.
yeah,
Yes.
you know,
Positive vibes.
this show right now is like my little baby right now, so I made sure that I had to be up and feeling good because I tell you,
You had a rough weekend?
I had a I had a very rough weekend. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
It looked like it. I'm
Yeah.
actually kind of glad I missed it because I'd be afraid of how I'd be feeling.
Oh my goodness. I think I came down with some type of bug. And if I was to tell you, I've never again, it's like I think I turned a new leaf. You know, I'm going to be so health conscious of what I put in my belly from now on. Because I was a mess, you know. But thank God that I made sure that I recovered and I am here because we have so many exciting things today. And I can't wait to share.
Yeah, we have a great performance from a great artist. You have a lot going on with your show. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with you.
Well, our guest today, as you will meet him, we've been working on a lot of, collaborations. We're stepping up our game now. You know, now is the time where now I'm meeting new people, new producers, new engineers, and we're just brainstorming on a whole bunch of different type of music. Just trying to like. I was so focusing on the show so much that I kind of like stepped aside. I said, "Wait a second, where's my music?" I totally, I said, "No way, I need to make the combination of both of them." So now I'm definitely stepping up my game, getting more into the recording studio, just banging out a lot of music stored that needs to come out, and it's a little nerve wracking when you first don't know what to expect with the show. I didn't, it's so everything was just like cramming up. So I thought, "Hey, one thing at a time, like slow down. But now I'm relaxed now, you know.
Yeah, you got your first show out of the
Yeah,
way.
so and now I know what to, and I was like, wait a second, I can do both. Come on, let's like stop it. So definitely.
Yeah, and you got your
Definitely.
first artist tonight, so that's exciting.
Yeah, Johnny Quest in the
Got our
house.
first
Woo,
artist,
woo.
so he'll be performing, and we'll be showing a video of his. But before we have him come on, we're gonna just kind of catch up with each other here and say hi to everybody out there. Linda's got some shout outs.
I definitely do. Oh my God, my first shout out. I have to give a shout out to Derek. Derek is my tattoo artist. He goes by the name of Cringe Tattoos from Undead Ink. He did an amazing job today on me. I had this cover up to do, which took so long because I had like this fairy that wasn't doing too well in my back. I had for
It was like a moth.
I
After a few years, it's like, "Nyeh, meh."
you know what happened? I was prone to getting these these benign fatty tumors, I guess. And so as they would take them out, um, I would scar very easily and very bad. So the first time that I had that done, it just looked, honestly, I think somebody even commented that I got stabbed or something. So I was like, I don't want to have like the stab wound because it was like a deep.
Right.
So
And it affected the tattoo, obviously, because
no, well, I didn't have a tattoo at first. It was just my back, and I just had this big scar. And then somebody said, "Oh, that's an easy fix. Why don't you, have?" Not mind you, this was done so long ago that it was before all this social media was active, and you can really see and search for good, tattoo
Cover.
artists and know what you want. So I was just like, "Oh my God, I think I want that fairy. Let me just go to that place." So that's what I ended up doing, and so I got a fairy, but then not too long. I had to get something removed in the same spot now where the tattoo was.
oh no.
So now I have like a double dent. Now Fairy no longer looks like
Oh
a.
no. Tinker hell.
She looks like she needs a little help. Yeah, she looked like in need of help. So I was like, listen, I like my tattoos. I mean, I am kind of tatted up. But I just didn't like her there. She just didn't look. But it took me a while before I actually searched and made sure that this cover up, because a lot of people would just say, oh, it's going to be huge, which actually it is, but, oh, it's going to be huge.
The piece you just got.
The piece I just got.
And it looks good. I did see the picture you sent to me earlier. No,
Thank you.
I'm so jealous.
Thank you.
It takes a lot to get a big piece like that.
I know.
So.
You know what? I didn't want to go for the big. Really had no other choice because it was a pretty big fairy. And in order to try and cover, so I have the roses and all that. But nevertheless, I searched and searched and searched, and I just didn't want anybody else but this guy, Derek, for doing, and my roses on my arm, and they're phenomenal. And I'm so happy that I just stuck with him because, at the end of it's so, I just wanted to give him a shout out for that.
Good. Well, yeah, you definitely should,
Yeah.
Did a great job.
He
And next
did.
week, maybe you can wear something so you could show everybody since you're talking about it.
Well, maybe.
Maybe. We'll just have to expose
But
a little skin.
I'm also going to give out a special shout out to my girl Passion. It's her birthday. And Marianne. Both of these girls,
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's not Marianne's birthday, it's Passion's, but both of these girls this weekend kind of really helped me down. They were like the mother, and they were my my chauffeur. I think never see me the way I was, and I'm so happy that I had them by my side. So I want to give them a special shout out. And of course, I cannot forget my lovely Leslie, because if it wasn't because of her, I would have had the delicious chicken soup.
I just saw her walk in with like a crave. I don't know what that was.
I don't know what
but
that was. All I
got a
wanted
little
was
nervous.
water.
Oh shit! She got.
All I wanted was water. What'd you get, girl?
She got a whole bunch of goodies with her, but I gotta pretend I didn't see that because.
I'm good. Oh my God! Like I said, I am so good. I am watching every little thing that I eat. I did not eat, and I came down with a bug. That's what it was. I did not have anything in my stomach for about 3 days. Listen, I am never ever gonna let myself get like that again.
Yeah. Well, just don't drink tequila.
I wasn't drinking tequila. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to.
Usually it's tequila.
No,
If
I'm gonna have
something's mess me up,
to
it's
talk
like,
to Marianne here and see exactly what was I drinking because
know?
I was just not myself.
We're gonna have to have her call and we're gonna bug her about this.
Marianne, where are you at? You need to call and rectify this. You
What
know
kind of
me.
shots
That's
were
just
you
not
giving
me.
my girl Linda? Just kidding. It looked like fun though.
Yeah, it was.
Good.
But so definitely, so like I said, we're so excited that we have Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest, I'm just gonna talk briefly about him, because he is such a cool dude. I mean, he is one of the most down-to-earth guys that I have met. I am so happy to have met him because not only is he a really cool dude, but we're working on some music and some collaborations, and he's, I like to work with him because as soon as you sit down with him, you start doing music, he's all about you and what you have to hear, to say, and he hears you out, and if you need to do something over, we're like hours, and we don't
He's
even
passionate.
know. And we don't even know that the time is going so fast, but, and he hears my ideas, and he helps me with my, and it's like we click well, we and I was like, oh my God, we need to do, we definitely need to do more stuff, and it's in the works, and I am so happy that, he is here tonight in the studios.
Yeah, you said he's gonna be performing, so.
And yes, he is.
We got a couple of songs, one he's gonna perform live, one we're gonna actually see video. He's got a video out, so we'll have to check that out. Other than that, I mean, maybe we should go to the video?
Yeah, I would love to show you. Let me tell you something. That video is so cool. Like, it is, I'm looking, I was like, maybe I should. It's really cool. So we definitely need to check it out. So here's Johnny Quest.
Rockstar living, 8-ball playing. Though the sounds is like a country bar. Rockstar living, 8-ball playing. Though the sounds is like a country bar. Rockstar living, 8-ball playing. Though the sounds is like a country bar. Rockstar living, 8-ball playing. Though the sounds is like a country. Give me a rum shot in the Jaeger bomb, so I can firecracker open up like the 4th of July. My current moves like heavy metal with no chill button. I got a pocket full of Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger. The 2 for 5 purple tops got me a thick knot. 8 balls in my corner pocket like a pool hall. Miss Camel Toe and Miss Deep Throat. Karaoke night and I'm looking forward to fucking both. I'm a ping pong back and forth after a victory in beer pong. Drunken words with sober thoughts. A little twisted with my dark fantasies. I love Chloe, Kylie, and no woman, not Bruce Jenner. Look at them knockers on that bartender. I'm a big spender, give her a tipper. With my dick get in her, kinetic energy. Get her wet while I play with the G spot. I'm a sharpshooter, skilled in the game of darts. Recruited by wanderers who like the bar hop. Shout out to Beat Hop, nigga, what's up? This that downtown living room, Jetty Gates and Aqua Lounge. Rockstar living, A-ball playing. Though the sound just like a country bar. Rockstar living, A-ball playing. Though the sound just like a country bar. Rockstar living, A-ball playing. Though the sound just like a country bar. Rockstar living, A-ball playing. Though the sound just like a country.
Well, look who's here.
Hello,
Johnny in the
hello.
house.
What's happening?
All right, Quaz.
up?
It's so nice to see you. I am so happy that you're here.
Yes, ladies, I'm glad to be here. Let's talk about that. Yes, first and foremost, I appreciate the platform, and I appreciate you guys taking time out to introduce this new artist, and I'm excited to be here.
Well, it's a
Listen,
pleasure having you.
we
yeah.
have talked about this for how long already?
A long time.
Okay,
A long
you
time.
know this was in the works.
True,
you know
true.
we've been in the studio together and we sitting down and we be doing music. You were doing your and this is all I talked about,
That's a
right?
fact, that's a
And
fact.
even though I started in my home and I had that little studio and then, you know, and this is all I just kept talking about. I love what I'm doing and this is exactly. I just felt like I wanted to give. I wanted to because as myself, I'm an upcoming artist myself.
Yeah.
So as I'm trying to help myself, I wanted to give somebody else the opportunity too. And I was like, what better way to just, let me do something where I can showcase up and coming artists. Besides myself trying to help myself, I'm trying to help somebody else too. And what better way than to start with, friends of mine, close people to me who I adore and who I know are legit,
Indeed.
and so this is like really exciting.
I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Great flirting. Yeah, we have a question about the video. So
Yes.
you got a lot of interesting stuff going on in there.
Correct.
Who put that together? I mean, did you film it? Did you do it yourself? Did you
Not
have
at
somebody
all.
producer? Or?
Definitely had a creative. Now, first and foremost, I'm gonna give a shout out to Old Soul Brother 1 on Instagram. So if anybody know, go to Old Soul Brother 1 on Instagram. He put the video together
Oh,
for the God.
there we go.
How it came about, I'll be honest with you. I'm searching through Instagram. I said I want to put a new video out. So I'm looking. I said, you know what? I got this this creative song, and I'm talking about a lot of different things, and I need the correct personnel to put it together. So I ended up going to Instagram, searching through a million different names. I popped up to a video, which was Also Brother 1. So when I popped up to the video, I see what was going on. I'm like, damn, this guy got a lot of things going on. I'm going to DM him. I DM'd him. He hit
Slid
me
into
back.
the DM.
Slid into the DM.
You slid into the DM.
Pause.
Hey, listen, that's what it's all about. That's you know what?
Nah.
That's what social media is supposed to be.
Truly,
That's how you
truly.
connect. How
Not
else
just
you
to
know?
get in girls'
it's-
panties, but you
yeah,
know.
that's not the real reason. People just take it somewhere else. But that's the whole point of social media because to connect and network. So
Truly.
how else would you have gotten this if you didn't
And when it came out like this,
slide
right?
into the DM?
I tell you that much. It definitely would have came together with no other personnel if I didn't reach out to him. So I just want to say first and foremost, I appreciate everything and thank you. And everybody go out there and support this whole platform and Old Soul Brother 1. You dig?
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole premise of the song was I was talking about a lot of different things as far as even in my neighborhood. So there's one thing I was pretty much pointing out. I said downtown living room, JD Gates, and the Aqua Lounge. Now those are 4 different bars. For anybody from Glen Cove or have been to Glen Cove, those are 4 different bars. So I pretty much talk about a rock star lifestyle for that night. So like you had a past experience with the tequila.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know you had experience with that. But first,
keep it on the down
keep it on the low. Keep it on the low. But first and foremost, but like that right there was just owning into that moment and saying, you know what, tonight I'm letting my hair down. I'm gonna go out and enjoy myself and have some fun. So actually, that song details that. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and I wanted that to come to life. So what he actually did was, I had no really input. I just gave him the song, and he actually put the whole visual to it. And when I got it back, I'm like, damn, he really showed the rock style lifestyle.
Right.
And he used animal heads as the personnel because everybody got a little bit animal in them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A little bit animal.
We all do.
I did
You know what
like
I'm saying?
I did like when the lions attacked there. It was like that's totally some chicks in the club and they're like, that's my man.
Sure did. No
I'm
doubt.
the
animal
But, yeah.
instinct.
For real.
We all have it. It's true. But yeah, I mean, it was really interesting to watch. Very creative. A lot of things going on. I think
A
that's the
lot.
thing about videos these days. It's like everybody's kind of been there, done that with a lot of videos.
True.
So when you have something different, something that kind of like catches your attention like that, like definitely props to the creative director for that and
Thank you so much.
the video. I mean, the song itself, which Well,
Yeah,
we
definitely.
definitely want to hear the whole thing. So,
True.
where can people like check
They
check
actually
you
can
out?
go to my Instagram, JohnnyQuest_EO. You go into the link in the bio. I still have the video up. You can go there, share it, like it, get in tune with it, check out more music from me, and just stay tuned because I got a project coming out.
Yep. Oh
soon,
yeah.
and a lot of music coming out. So this is the first step, and we gonna push and move and do a lot
Yeah,
of different things.
the
so.
music he has is on. It's like so. It's you know what I like. Remember when I was playing some music and you're like, wait a second, let me hear that. And it's not in your right. It was not your
Yep.
traditional pop song. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
I get into a lot of I don't know what do you call it. You know, whether it's European or it's or it's one of those slow EDMs or really just and it's not from the radio because a lot of them I think I listen to a lot what is it the TV. Where's the Much Music?
Oh,
right?
okay.
Right. And you hear a lot of stuff on there that you don't hear on the radio.
Correct.
So as soon as I hear a song, it's like I Shazam it, and I'm like, and I never hear it. So when I played it, right, because it was on my playlist, that's one of my favorite songs.
Correct.
And you heard it, and you were so into it. I was like, we're here. We're gonna connect. We're gonna
Right
connect
here.
because
True indeed.
he got me. Like he knew, and he even though he has this style. That other style captivated him, and I
Correct.
said, this is a person to work with because they have different visions. It's not just, let's say in the hip hop industry or
Yeah.
just as a rapper and just, and I said, I definitely. So from that, right? I went into a little rapping. We're working on a little rap. Okay, I'm not Nicki Minaj, but we're working on a song that has me doing a little bit of rap. It's one of
Rapping
those
in it.
cool raps. I'm not gonna sound all crazy.
And it's tough. Believe that. That thing is tough.
Well, you have
Better
to be
believe it.
you have to be tough to put out. I mean,
Tough record.
Well, I am
you
not
gotta
tough.
be tough to
No.
put out a little bit. No, you got a little. You do. Stop. You got a little tough in you, Linda. I don't want to hear it. Don't not.
No,
you're not
no,
so,
no,
so
no.
sweet. We all got that.
I'm as
Animal
sweet as they
instinct.
come.
Yeah, we got the
We all
animal.
got the
Everybody
animal
animal.
instinct.
I'm as sweet as they come. I don't want to hear it.
You are. You are.
Right,
Nothing-
Leslie? Yes.
Can't ask your friend that. No. We're all gonna
Leslie
say
would
this.
know, right, Leslie? But definitely, and I am so happy, along the way, like I met him, of course, another shout out to, Jay Parker, I love
What
that
up,
guy,
boy?
Without Jay Parker, I wouldn't have met him, I wouldn't have done my song, I wouldn't have done, there's a lot of things. So Jay Parker hides a lot. Don't worry, I'm going to get him out. I'm going to
be
get
in
him
a
out
minute.
here. Yeah.
He definitely be in a minute.
So, so people like him and
You got a little crew in
connecting.
Glen Cove over
True
there,
indeed.
don't
You
they?
got a lot of musicians out there.
They do,
A
you
lot
know-
of artists.
Ashanti's from Glen Cove. I know
Yes, she
that.
is.
But aside from her, I mean, there's plenty of other people that I know
So
from. I
many
mean, Long
people.
Island in general. I mean, that's why like Long Island's such a big. Has such a big production of artists and
Correct.
and celebrities and mind you comedians.
I know, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's just so much talent here. That's why Linda, her vision was to promote that and to get people on a platform so that we can all see this talent. So
Yes.
we're glad that we have you on the show. Definitely.
Thank you.
Somebody's gonna be discovered, and it's gonna be like Linda Lynn discovered them. It's like that was me. I discovered you through
True
Could Be
indeed.
UTV.
True
See?
Jimmy Fallon's gonna play back one of their
Yes.
play back
I'm
his
def-
video one day. Like this is an old video of you on the Linda Lynn show. Could be
Yeah,
TV
absolutely.
show.
Straight
One
up,
of your
straight
first
up.
performances.
Of
That would be
course. Well,
funny.
that's when it all
Imagine.
starts. I
never
mean,
know.
you start. Where? How else do you start? You don't start high.
Not
You
at all.
gotta start low first and build your way up, and and climb those stairs. I've been climbing those stairs for a long time, but
Yes.
you know what? Little by little, I'm getting there.
Right.
And it's taking a while, but I'm getting there.
It's working
at
at the glutes, you know.
I'm much closer to where I want to be than where I was yesterday. You know,
Yeah.
so I
Exactly.
just know that every day is a little bit more progress, and like I had said before, we had a conversation with this on the other show. It's just like when I have a vision and I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. Like why not?
Why not?
It's like it's a matter of putting your mind to it, doing what you want, figuring out a way how to work it out. And when you want something, you get it, you do it. And this is
Yeah.
exactly what I do. Music is like as as an artist, it's a passion.
Correct.
No matter what, you can't just one day say, I think I'm just gonna do music. Yeah, I think that has to be in you. Music, it's something that you can't create, just by winging it. You really have to, it has to be from your heart and know what you want, and So
Yeah.
this is,
Absolutely. So, where did you really like come about wanting to do this? Like, what made you think like, you know what, I want to write, I want to rap, I want to be, who were your influences? Like, what really got you when you were younger or
Oh man,
whenever you started, to make you think that this is what you wanted to do?
it's kind of ironic. I started doing music, pretty much composing. I say seriously, maybe about 3-4 years ago. I took it serious. I started out as a youth. When I mean youth, I mean like 5, 4, 6 years old.
wow.
I remember like my mother, her house was like the house that you come to have a good time and party. My mother, she's the person that takes everybody in. So when any family members, friends, everybody's welcome in my home. One thing that she did was at nighttime, when all the kids went to bed, she had a gathering with her friends. Her friends come over, family members, etc., play music. Since I was young, one of my favorite artists, and I didn't even know him at the time, but I knew the music, was James Brown.
Of
Right?
course.
The king of pop, right?
King, yes.
The king. So it's
Absolutely.
crazy. She had pictures, etc., of me dancing, and everybody used to tell me stories of how I used to slide back and forth across the floor and do things of that nature. So I think it's pretty much innate in me since the beginning. I started composing maybe when I was like 17-ish, around that time. I made
Okay.
a couple records with a few of friends that were
Right.
locals. And from there, I left it alone and didn't take it serious because it was like something to do in the meantime.
Right.
So when I wasn't out playing sports or doing something I wasn't supposed to do, I was out, going to the studio at the Boys and Girls Club with a bunch of friends of ours and composing.
Right.
Left it alone. Years later, I had a group of family members and friends that I grew up with called Everybody Official. And we end up opening up a studio, had a studio. And from there, I pretty much was like a guy that was like the street team and promo. So I just came through to support the friends.
Right.
And I really
That's the
stepped
way
back
it
from-
is always. Like
Yeah.
you're doing something in order to get your foot in. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
it. So I had really no interest of doing music and actually composing and being an artist. So I stepped back and just supported the friends. And then due time, when I start seeing everybody else do their thing, I'm like, you know what, I think I could do this thing too. And I end up having an opportunity to get on a mic and spread my wings a little bit. And then it grew from actually doing it to growing into a passion. And I figured out, like, when I wanted to do it every day, I figured out that, hold up, man, this is something I
That's
need to
what you
own
need
into.
to do. Yeah. I mean, like, it's not like you want to do it. Like,
Nah.
you need to do
I
it.
need
Like,
to do it.
Nothing's going to keep you from that.
At all.
And even if something does, you always find your way back.
Right
like,
back to it.
Just like you said, like, you started out at an age that you kind of fell
Right.
back a little bit, but then you were just kind of like hanging out with friends that were
Yeah.
doing it and then realized, God, like, I got to do this. Like,
Gotta do it.
and that's where like the real musician comes out of people.
Correct.
Like, it's not, so much as like how much you have out,
Mm-hmm.
how famous you are, but like just your drive and your love for doing it. So props to you. I definitely,
I appreciate that, love.
definitely think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I definitely
That's
want
what's
to give a shout out also to all those people who are tuning in and watching us on live Facebook right now.
You got Ramen Mobash. Angel, what up, Angel? Angel was with you over the weekend? She said she had a great time.
Noel.
Noel.
Yes, I will leave the tequila for you. Stop bothering me about this.
Johnny, you got a fan,
It's over.
Lustin G.
What's
Bustin's
up?
in
What's
the
up? How
house.
y'all doing out there?
He says, City Cliff, Strong Island, we out
Strong
here.
Island. What up, boy?
So yeah, so got a lot of love in the chat room.
True
Feel
indeed.
free to say something. You have a question, you
Chime
want to
in,
call in.
up,
Yeah,
do what y'all need to do.
Yeah,
Share it, do the
definitely. If
link.
you have anything to say, you can just call us the number on the screen. If any questions you have for my boy here, Quest,
I'm open.
Yeah,
Ask some
definitely.
questions.
So I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So you're working on something right now.
Yeah, it's I have a few projects that I'm working on. One in particular, actually two I'm gonna mention. The first one is called Pieces to the Puzzle.
Okay.
The reason why I'm coming out with this project is because when you do music, you find out that at the end of the day, you have to have the passion, you have to have the drive, and it takes solely up to you to put out the music you want to put out, and it takes your dedication, your time, your effort. The
Right,
is your
exactly,
dedication.
absolutely.
So, long story short, is that I want to take different pieces and parts of music that I made over the years to now, yesterday, etc., and put them together and say, you know what, this is where I was, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm going, and mix them all up and to give everybody an insight of where I was, where I'm at, and where I'm going, pretty much. So you're gonna hear different genres of music, different style. You may have some pop, you may have some rock, you may have some. Definitely gotta have
So
some
do
hip-hop.
you like rap on each every one of these songs, or do
Yeah.
you sing in any of them, or what?
Now the spice is this, right? Everybody hear me rap,
Right.
so they know I can rap. So I do the rap thing, but I do have some records that I harmonize.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And
I gotta hear that.
and I mean, and it's crazy because those are like and it's funny because those records right there are pretty much dear to me because I felt I touched a part of myself that I was pretty much uncomfortable with. When I found out when I was by myself and nobody else is looking, I felt comfortable enough to say, you know what, let me do this thing right here, and I tried to harmonize the thing. So I have a few records that's like that, some hip hop, some pop, some rock, and I'm pretty much open to try all different genres of music because
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
because that's what I'm all about. I can't stick
Yeah.
to one type of genre or type of music. Like I like to do it all. And
Yeah.
we're
Most
working on
definitely.
like this remake. We like we're
Yeah.
collaborating on remixes and
reggaeton thing.
yeah.
Yeah, talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah,
You think so?
we can do it all. I'm
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
I was talking Spanish on the record that we did, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
See?
I was talking a little
See,
bit on
Chris?
it.
I could do un poquito.
Un poquito. Un poquito.
No, we're like working on these collaborations and
Yeah.
it's just ideas, and every time I think of something, I'm like, Johnny, what do you think? He's just like always open. He's like, he never says like, nah. He's like, yo, and we think about it. It makes me feel good because like, you know what? Yes, we can make, I'm
Yeah.
so tired already of, I don't listen to anybody anymore.
Correct.
Like, I know everybody has their opinion and they'll say what they have to say about something, but I feel like I'm like, I like to follow my heart and for what I think, because you know what? Like everybody has different opinions. So that's what it is, an opinion. So just because you have that opinion, it doesn't mean that that's the right opinion, or it doesn't mean it's the wrong opinion.
Correct.
It's just an opinion. So if you don't like something, so why shouldn't I do it because you don't like it or you don't think it's going to work? Why? There's other people that might beg to differ, like, so I don't no longer rely. You like to hear feedback. You always like
Yeah.
to hear feedback, but I just go with the flow, and I just don't care because you just never know what's coming out. And one day I'm gonna turn around and I go, didn't you just say that? But yeah. So you go with the flow, and you
Yeah.
do what's in your heart, and
It's true.
No matter what, there's always going to be good and bad.
Yep.
You just have to take one in hand with the other. And let's just say, especially in this business, there's no bad publicity. There's no
No,
bad,
no, not at all.
bad feedback. I mean, look with people in the media these days,
Correct.
the bad feedback they get is posted all over the
All
news,
over the news.
all over social media. That's just giving them more attention.
Of course.
It's like sometimes people do these things now purposely. So I might as well just be you.
well, this is
And,
why it could
yeah.
be TV is the distraction to that. Everybody tune
Exactly.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't have to tune in into any kind of social drama with these artists and these celebrities. We are just real people
Correct.
trying to come out with music that you haven't heard, because if you turn on the radio, oh my God, it's the same thing over and over and over. And it's like, if you're doing something, let's say you're cleaning the house for hours at a time and you have that station on, you know how many times that same song is going to come on? I mean, obviously it's all politics, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
but that's why I said, you know what? We need to hear that new talent, the new music, so
Yeah.
we gotta get on this with listening and getting. So let me ask you, your stuff is on SoundCloud?
Yes, I started SoundCloud. I have a few records on there, so you can check that out as well.
Yeah, definitely check him out on
Right, as well.
SoundCloud, because that's one of the best ways to
Correct.
to kind of like
Yeah.
listen and I guess share and stuff. I have a couple of stuff on SoundCloud and my website. For those who that don't know, I have a website, lindalyn.com. So check it out.
Yeah, do that. And on YouTube as well.
Yeah,
Go
you want to make
YouTube
sure
as
people
well.
know where to check you out.
That's a
'Cause
fact. Johnny Quest on YouTube. Go check that out. Johnny Quest _EO Instagram. Go check that out. Johnny Quest on SoundCloud as well. But we got abundance music that's coming, so just stay tuned. As long as you follow us here.
Now let me ask you, out of
no.
all the songs that you've been doing, what is your favorite? Like, what is the best song that like you really, there's always that one song that you just love to,
There's
to perform and to
oh
sing.
man, there's one record that I haven't released, and it's called Stay. And this is one of the records that's pretty much dear to me. I don't want to give too much detail about it,
Okay.
but it touches the soul of everybody.
Okay.
And I say that to say that if you are a living, breathing soul and you care, it'll touch you because it's touching on subject matters that we all deal with. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, I think
it's-
maybe a lot of people will definitely need to listen to a song like that, you know?
Yeah, but I have fun doing all my records. I think each record has its time and place as well. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like right now, if I'm in party mood, turn up songs is pretty much most likely I want to lean towards. If I'm just broke up with my girlfriend, then I want to play something that's
Right.
kind of mushy.
What would you
You
play?
know?
Okay, so in that case, okay, so like you break up with your girlfriend,
Correct. Mm-hmm.
you're so sad, and you're in your room alone jamming. And you said like when you feel more comfortable when you're by yourself and you
Correct.
listen to slow music to sing.
Yeah.
What song would you put on to like really like pour your heart out to sing? Like even if you don't care what you sound like.
Oh, and it's not my
What's
record.
the jam?
The
Well,
jam,
no,
though,
somebody else. Yeah.
The jam I listened to, I heard it on the radio the other day. It was still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
Oh, that's a good
Just
one.
praying to a God that I don't believe in. That
'Cause
record
I
right
got
there.
time and
She
he's
got
got
freedom. See,
freedom.
come on, right?
We can relate to that.
Said don't break even.
Oh.
That's my jam right there. That right there, see? Prime example.
We should, you know what? Next time we're just gonna have to
Do it.
get up there. We'll all
Do
just
it.
like, little kumbaya.
But you know
Straight
something interesting that that I actually watched, and I don't really watch too much TV and
TV,
too much,
yeah.
but there was an interview with actually with 50 Cent.
Correct.
Okay. They were talking about the show and all that, and all of a sudden they were talking about his music, and then they just came out and asked him something about that he had said that he didn't like Jay-Z's new
New
album
album,
or something
correct.
like that. So I guess he kind of like wanted to rectify that. Said that it's not that he didn't like it. He just thought it was too sophisticated, you know. And it's so funny because I was having a conversation with my son not too long ago, and when he said, "Did you hear of this artist? Did you hear of that artist?" And I'm like, "No, I never heard of that artist." He's like, "How can you not? You know, you're in the music business and you don't know." I was like, "Listen, do you know how big the music? You know, I don't
Huge.
have to know everything. Oh, you gotta the things that he says and blah 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 blah. You know, I'm like, well, listen, honestly, sometimes when I listen to music and I'm doing things, I like to listen for the beat, the melody. You know, I don't really get too deep into what they're saying. So going back to what 50 Cent, so they were interviewing him and he had said. That was too sophisticated, his album, right? He goes, because nowadays, he goes, it's all about the beat and the melody. He goes, my album that is coming out now is not going to be that sophisticated. It's going to be something where people can relate to, they can sing along to, and they don't have to struggle to understand what they're saying. And I got it, and I said, that's exactly, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because now you hear all this music, you know, whatever you want to call it, trap music or, you know, whatever it is, you know, a lot of people don't relate to it. They think it's not music. But you know what? That is what's streaming now. That is what's hot right now. You don't understand what they're saying.
But all these dances are
But
being
the
made up
dance
to them.
because it's all
These
about
kids love
it's the
that.
catchy it's just the catchy phrase or the lyric or that melody, you know, that so sometimes you don't have to be so like 50 Cent described because you don't have to be that educated or sophisticated in your lyrics because a lot of people don't want to sit there and have to figure out or listen to what, you know what I'm saying? Not every,
Yeah, it's
because
not like the way you
nowadays,
used to rap, like,
no,
you know, back.
exactly. That's exactly what he said. He's like, it's not how it used to be back in the day when
Right.
now it's all about, it's melodic, you know, and it's,
And you know what that is, though? That's still an opinion from
Yes.
one individual, right?
yeah.
Because I say I may beg to differ on some of those, you know, some of those points.
Right.
Because I like to listen to music, so I pretty much listen to detail, me
Right.
personally. So
Exactly.
it's like I understand what 50 Cent saying, but he also mentioned that he has a project coming out, so that may be a promotional thing that he does in marketing for
Yeah,
himself, just to sell some
exactly.
records.
So
it
people
could be-
they
it
see
could-
what he got.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And
So
then
it's-
it becomes
that's
a
all it
feud. I
is.
mean, look at this whole Mayweather McGregor
McGregor,
thing
yeah.
going on. You
Oh
know,
my
I mean,
goodness,
the
crazy.
amount of attention that it's drawing together from
Yeah.
from all areas. I mean, look, they're touring the world right now
Correct.
over this, and it's like you can't help but watch this train wreck happen right
At
in front
all.
of you. And deep down, I'm thinking they probably actually like each other. They probably have a
Yep.
lot of respect for each other because they're
Didn't
both
they just say
fighters
that they
and
want
they
to
both
fight
know how
together
hard
or
it
something
is.
like that?
Yep.
But that's the thing, like, and my mind's thinking, like, one of them's probably going to make a bet on the other one, and he's going to lose purposely because he
Yep.
wants, they just, really, in my mind, like, they hype it up so much to be something that it maybe not
Not
even.
even. That's
Maybe
true.
not even be.
Yep.
But in the sense of music, it's the same thing. I remember when Jay-Z Nas had that big feud back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, who's better, Jay-Z or Nas? Like, I thought
Correct.
Nas had better lyrics. But honestly, I kind of was a bigger fan of Jay-Z, like the music behind Jay-Z. And you know, also, you know, he had a lot more going on, like, you know, his Biggie, like, interaction. And,
Correct,
like,
correct.
so for me, like, I wasn't so much like, well, I like this person better than this person. I was more like, well, I like them different songs for different
Right,
reasons.
because everybody is different.
Yeah, like-
exactly. Not,
It's
you know,
true.
just because you have a lot of artists or hip hop artists, you know, I mean, even if they have that one song that's banging, like, okay, so it's a one hit wonder, but they did it, you know, and they made this some, you
Yep.
know, what's the most, I didn't hear anything else after Panda.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, so that was like came out of nowhere. Nobody even knew what he was saying, and you don't even care what he was saying, or you know, it was the beat and the melodic beat, you know,
That
and
beat drives you.
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of people, you know, they just making music because they already know, oh, this is how we get them.
Yep.
You know, like, I don't know if you see like a lot of like on Instagram or something, the memes or the video memes or how to make a record nowadays, and they start poking fun of just kind of like jib jab and not even.
I just want to give a shout out real quick, Jamie. Jamie, hello, honey. Thank
What's
you
up,
for
Jamie?
watching. She says music is beautiful because there's something that speaks to everyone, and not everything created needs to go mainstream or be heard and understood by everyone.
That's a fact.
Nice.
That's a fact.
So yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't have to, like, you know, there's different reasons. I'm not really the biggest country fan, you know, but like sometimes, like, I'll hear something that I might necessarily not like because it's country, but I like it because it sounds good, you know,
Correct.
or maybe the singer's really hot because you know
Yeah.
country guys are hot.
And Leslie, we have Leslie. Leslie's making a point. You know, she's saying that back in the days you couldn't get your pointer chords. There was no forum, and now, you know, rap gave the youth, you know, a platform. You know,
true.
now you can
Exactly.
get
It's
it, you know, info from everywhere. So music, you know, has to change. You know,
Yes.
very, very, very interesting.
Absolutely. Wait, I missed that.
But also quickly here, I want to give a shout out for my Instagram followers who are watching me live right now.
Insta.
So yeah, I you know, I just give them a little quick you know, little insight of what's going on in the studio right now. So I want to say hey, what's up to Joseph, Louis. I want to say hi to you know, I'm like scrolling, but there's so many people that I don't even, you know, but I'll definitely get to them. But I just want to give, you know, everybody a shout out for tuning in and for supporting me on this show. And, you know, every little thing counts. You know, every person that tunes in, it's one more person that gets to know about the show. And, you know, as they get to know the show as it goes along each week, you know, you'll know what it's about. And
Tell you, this right here is dope.
thank you.
This is dope.
Yes, we enjoy this very much. I
Had a good
like, you know,
time.
just because I like to talk.
You and me both.
Oh my God, do we love to talk? Oh, I'm one that I like to talk. I can talk and I can talk and, you know, and until I say everything that I have to say that's on my mind, I just don't stop talking. So I am so sorry.
It's all good. That was
So
what we're
good.
here for. This is a talk show. So, you know,
Yes,
we
yes.
got to ask our wonderful guests here some more questions.
Indeed.
And then we're going to get to the performance.
Let's do
Oh
it.
yeah,
So,
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I actually have a question. So
listening.
now, dead or alive, if you could collaborate with one artist, who would it be?
Dead or alive. There's one artist from
Or
Harlem.
you could even pick, okay, so pick three, because
Three?
I know
Oh, yeah.
it's tough to pick just one.
Oh, 3 artists. Definitely. Big L from Harlem.
Shout out.
Shout out to Big L. Of course, Tupac. Of course, Biggie. And for those for different reasons, but I think those guys were so influential, and they had so many people that was following them. So the message that they had within their music pretty much spoke for itself, and they still talked about it now. So when their name get mentioned like that, that means that you led a legacy early on. So I can only imagine being like now still in the game, and you see the progression of guys like Jay-Z and et cetera, and all the guys like Diddy that's still around and still making music and still having an impact
Yeah.
on the culture. If those guys were still around, I think it'd be crazy.
Oh, man. I don't even think, that's probably why they're not here, because you know what? It's just, what they left behind was so powerful and just so big that, like, you think about, like, oh my God, if they were still here, like, what would
Yep.
music be like today?
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm a bigger fan of the old school stuff. I mean, like, I grew up where, like, we used to listen to like old Biggie and
Sure did.
Jay Z and
Yeah.
Bone Thugs and Biggie. So it's like, those are ingrained in my soul. So like, I feel like nothing will really ever top it for me. But then, I got love for Drake. I think Drake is really
He's amazing. I ain't gonna lie.
doing big
I love Drake.
things. I
He's
mean, and
amazing.
he can reach out to so many people, like
He
so
can.
many
He
different
just
audiences.
knows that he has the right things to say. He has the right melodies. He has the right. I have yet to think that there's one song that I don't like. Every time I hear a song, it's like I like it. Of course, it had to be Drake. Like who else would it be?
I
You know,
know.
it's like he's like that one. I think because there's not too many. Like I said, I don't really listen to the radio that much, so I really don't know who's really out there. As far as you only hear, and once again, this is why this is a show. Once again, you only hear what politics in the music business wants you to hear. Who's ever on top of the game, that's it. They stay up there, and it's so hard for anybody like us that
Yeah.
are on the bottom to trying to reach the top because we're trying to break out, and they're just not letting us. But there are other outlets, like now the internet is such a sensation right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were even I think I was watching as I was doing my tattoo. I think they had a show. I think was it the like Dr. Dre story.
Yeah.
And-
oh man. Yeah.
the-
Defiant. The was it Defiant one?
I'm not right.
Something like that.
It was a very
Him and Jimmy
interesting.
Iovine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I was just watching pieces of it, and it was interesting to see the how at the end they knew how to work the internet, and they made the internet. I think they were the openers for this whole internet
Yeah.
and streaming and how to get your stuff. So there's more that we don't know.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I'm hoping that we'll learn together and we
Most
find those
definitely.
outlets.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you think about back in the day, and I had a mentor that was in a rock band when he was in the game back in like the 80s, I think, like the
Yeah.
late 70s, early 80s. And a lot of things that he stressed to me and to a lot of other artists was that, back then you had to basically perform anywhere you could just to get noticed. And
Yeah.
then, the opportunity to get put in front of producer wasn't very high. Like now you don't need all that. Like you can use the internet and social media, but at the same
Right.
time, everybody can use it. So you really have to find ways to really
You're not
stand
standing
out
out,
and
right, you're
promote
not standing out on
yourself
your
and-
own. Yeah,
you really
absolutely.
have to stand on your own somehow, and I think that's the biggest like holdback from social media being such a big platform now. But at the same time, look what it does for so many people. Like Chance
Yeah.
the Rapper won.
He's a man.
Well, he won the Grammy, right? Wasn't it
Yeah.
like a Grammy of the
Correct.
Best Artist of the Year, Best
Best Album,
Album?
yep.
And he wasn't even
But
signed.
He didn't even get signed.
Nope.
He wasn't even signed. He just happened to, put everything out there on social media.
But that happened to Drake too, wasn't it? He already had, like all these songs,
he
and
was,
he
I think he was
he was
signed,
an
though.
actor though too. He
Yeah.
wasn't.
he was an
wasn't-
actor, but I think it took a while before was it
Justin
Cash
Bieber.
Money? Cash
Bieber
Money
as well.
picked him up, but he already had he could have picked and choose who he wanted to go with, so
Yeah,
it wasn't
exactly.
like, oh, they want me, let's just
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and that's a majority now with like newer artists, like not brand new also, but like people like Nicki Minaj. I'm pretty sure it was Nicki Minaj too that when she was doing Monster, she didn't even
Yeah.
she wasn't even signed yet to Lil Wayne with Birdman. Lil Wayne.
Yep.
What was it? What's the
Cash
record?
Money.
Cash Money. Thank
Yeah.
you. Brain fart. So you know what I mean? Like it's a great platform. And at the same time, you really have to be on top of your
Yeah.
stuff. You could be a great artist, but you have to be a great performer too. You have to really
Correct.
have the passion and the love and the drive for it to put yourself out there. So
Absolutely.
definitely, you guys, I give you guys a lot of props because
Appreciate
see-
that.
I give you a lot of props too. Don't try to hide in the corner over there. 'cause
Well,
you
I'm
know,
still-
you're an amazing singer as well,
Thank
and you've
you.
done your share of performances.
Yeah. I mean,
so
but then that's the getting back to you do something for a while, you kind of get caught up in life, relationships, whatever it is, and you get pulled back. And then once you really like snap out of it, and you're like, my love for this is so much more
Yeah.
than
Right,
anything else
right.
that like I can't see myself doing anything else.
and
like
that's why we're
Yeah.
working on stuff as well.
Exactly.
And this is why
Yeah.
we're all gonna start working. As a matter of fact, soon after
Triple
the show,
threat.
let's
Let's
just
do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
wow.
So
okay.
we're gonna get him to perform.
Oh,
any
yeah.
minute. We're gonna get him
Woo.
set up.
Let's do
So
it. Let's do it.
we're gonna
Johnny Quest.
Yep.
let Bobby take over here and help us get everything set up. Bobby,
Let's go.
So yes, thank you everyone for tuning in to Could Be You. Linda's showing me her boobs over here. Good thing there's no camera on the screen at the moment.
My bra is falling off.
By the way, I love your shirt, girl gang,
Thank
girl
you.
power.
Yes, girl power. You already know. Girl power.
If you missed it, you better watch this video over.
Let me see who else I can give a shout out here on my
So we got Johnny Quest. And shout out to everybody watching. Thank you so much. Johnny, anybody want to shout out before you go on, hun?
First and foremost, can I say one thing? I lost a family member, a close friend today. So this goes out to Feet. This goes out to the Harvey family. This goes for the Glen Cobians. This goes out to everybody that knows him. He was a dear friend, a good spirit. Everybody that see him, know what it means, you know what I'm saying, to myself and me to the community. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to the Harvey family and Feet. You know, we love you. Oh yeah, with me or what? Turn up.
It's Quest, nigga. Yeah.
Part of my new job is keeping y'all off guard. Johnny want a new car and Quest by tomorrow. Aki down to Jamal, he said, Awo Akbar. I be almighty, but I pray to Allah. Part of my new job is keeping y'all off guard. Johnny want a new car and Quest by tomorrow. Aki down to Jamal, he said, Awo Akbar. I be almighty, but I pray to Allah. Gotta be kidding me. I've been doing this just for a little bit. You can't tell cause I got longevity in my delivery. Politically correct, all I'm trying to gain is respect. Listen up, boy, I told you this one was a phone check. I'm a war vet, summertime Timberland Gore-Tex. My woman gorgeous, like Mona Lisa in portraits. My team bosses, keep running around with the noses. Make the wrong move, it be over before you know it. Pity pat and I declare war with that goldfish. Bang bang, that's me recompressing the whole brick. Stockholm got me as sweet as girl transporting. She make it back safe with the cash that I support. Say I got a price on my head, now I'm a target. I agree, money been on my mind for the longest. Take a notice, write it down, save it in stories. Remember that I came and I shook this shit up on purpose. Part of my new job is keeping y'all off guard. Johnny want a new car, the Quest by tomorrow. Aki down to Jamal, he said, Awo Akbar. I be almighty, but I pray to Allah. Part of my new job is keeping y'all off guard. Johnny want a new car, the Quest by tomorrow. Aki down to Jamal, he said, Awo Akbar. I be almighty, but I pray to Allah. Top of the totem, they on the scrotum. All of them jerks. I just let one in your girl home. Told you I'm a problem, your trouble came and she found me. Bumped into the weeby like translating in French. This is the life she said, say la vie. Which mean the same thing that proceeded to ride a D. Keep on fucking me and don't stop loving you. This was good, stroking you, make her come like before arrival. Good timing. If I'm going, that means I'm tied up in the money. I be around like the same rockets to Nirvana. I be around, you gotta spot me like I'm Waldo. Shout out my cousin Dodo. Shorty got a body, but she modeling in vain. She be working and twerking that Uchi for a king. I tell her rest her legs and rest on my shoulder blades while I work the middle and pen the trade. Part of my new job is keeping y'all off guard. Johnny want a new car, the Quest by tomorrow. Aki down to Jamal, he said, Awo Akbar. I be almighty, but I pray to Allah. Part of my new job is keeping y'all off guard. Johnny want a new car, the Quest by tomorrow. Aki down to Jamal, he said, Awo Akbar. I be almighty, but I pray to Allah. Part of my new job is keeping y'all off guard. Johnny want a new car, the Quest by tomorrow. Aki down to Jamal, he said, Awo Akbar.
Having man, Christmas up, girl.
Part of my new job is keeping y'all off guard. Johnny want a new car, then Quest by tomorrow. Aki down to Jamal, he said, Awo Akbar. I be almighty, but I pray to Allah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's an opportunity.
All right, that was
Amazing.
fantastic. I absolutely love it. I didn't hear this one, and I am so loving it right now.
Yes, honey. You got to tell us again your social media where everyone can find you and any shout outs.
Shout out.
Shout out.
You ready? Oh yeah, shout out to everybody here that's supporting the God. Shout out to all the Instagrammers, all the YouTubers. Shout out to all the Facebookers. Shout out to everybody
that have the passion and love to drive for music and supporting their friends and their loved ones doing it. And shout out to the people that's doing it with or without the help. Shout out to the people that's just about their BI, you feel me? So, long story short, you can catch me at JohnnyQuest_EO on Instagram. Johnny Quest, go to the YouTube channel, check it out. And just stay tuned. You go follow, you'll see what's going on. We can put that work in. You dig?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that.
I
Please,
love
people,
it.
go and follow him on SoundCloud because that was awesome.
Yes, very, very talented young man right there. So, Linda,
Oh my
to
God.
close out your show.
Oh my God.
It's that
It's
time.
over again.
It's that time, I know.
You would think when you come here, oh, time flies so bad. But I am so happy. Thank you, everybody, once again. Everybody that's following us on Facebook, on my Instagram. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart for those who are really supporting me and who are really rooting for me to make this happen. I'm glad that I'll be on next week again, every Tuesday at 10. Special shout out to Bobby, Leslie for being, so supportive of everything. And you, of course, my beautiful co-host, Christy. I wouldn't
Christy.
know, this wouldn't be as easy because, it's not that easy just to be here and just talk. But
That's why this is what we got right here.
it
Look at this
says
shirt.
girl power.
Girl
Woo,
power, that's right.
woo, woo.
So we look out. That's
yeah.
what we do.
So once again, thank you for tuning in for Could Be You TV. And I'll see you next week.
Peace out, bitch.